Same procedure would be followed by drawing free reference line for the incisal edge, cervical area, and root apex. Also, the crown will be divided into 3 equal vertical thirds. Then we have the other 2 measurements, which are the labiolingual diameter of the crown at cervix and the labiolingual diameter of crown at crest of contours labially and lingually. The thickness of the crown at cervix is the same as that on the labial and lingual aspect. Then we have the crest of contours, both labially and lingually. The diameter here is 6 mm multiplied by 4 equals 24, divided by 2 equals 12. So I should know the exact position of the crest of curvatures labially and lingually. It's in the cervical third, slightly above the junction between the cervical and middle thirds. So I will measure 12 here and to the labial and 12 to the lingual. And I'll start drawing my outlines. The labial outline is convex, then in the cervical third, then it becomes somewhat flat toward the incisor edge, which is centered with the line that bisects the root. Lingually, we have a curvature here, or convexity, representing the cingulum. Then we have a concavity presenting the lingual fossa, then another convexity presenting the incisal edge. The root is cone-shaped and tapered evenly from the cervical area to the root apex. Then I will draw the curvature of the cervical line mesially, which is 3 mm. The curvature is 3 mm. It is 0.5 mm less than that of the maxillary central incisor. I will multiply it by 4 equals 12 millimeters. The only difference from the mesial aspect is the extent of curvature of the cervical line distally, which is 2 mm, multiplied by 4 equals 8 mm. So from the cervical line down toward the incisal edge, I will measure 8 mm and put a mark. Then I will draw the curvature of the cervical line. This is the distal aspect completed. Finally, I will draw the incisal aspect in the center of the graph paper. 2 measurements of crown table are needed. This is the mesiodistal diameter, which is 6.5, and the labiolingual diameter, which is 6. You can notice that the difference between the mesiodistal and labiolingual is very much less than that of the central incisor. It's only 0.5 mm. First, I will mark the mesiodistal diameter, 13 on the mesial and 13 on the distal. This is the mesial and this is the distal. Then I will mark the labiolingual dimension, which is 12 to the labial This is 12, and 12 to the lingual, this is 12. The outline of the lateral incisor is more convex, both labially and lingually, due to the less difference between its mesiodistal and labiolingual dimensions. The crown tapers lingually to the cingulum, which is prominent but narrower than that of the maxillary central, and is centered or placed centrally. Finally, label each tooth aspects correctly and accurately.